Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Tri Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with Tri Chamber members as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons they've learned along the way. Hi, everyone. I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Tri Chamber of Commerce, and I am joined today by my amazing co-host and Vice President of the Chamber, Sheila Denstead.
Hi, everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So we have a really great guest joining us today. So Sheila, I would love for you to do the grand introductions.
I would be honored. Today, we're meeting with Heather Pancyzk, Fitness Program Coordinator with Beaumont Health Club, who says that her life revolves around health and wellness. She graduated from Grand Valley State University with a bachelor's in movement science with an emphasis on athletic training and corporate fitness and wellness. She's currently she's a fitness program coordinator at Beaumont Health Club. Heather is a third-degree black belt in karate. She's a green belt in Aikido, and it's spelled out for me. An owner of Absolute Martial Arts in Imlay City. She's a women's self-defense teacher. She's also a 200 RYT yoga teacher, a whole life healing center certified life coach, certified personal trainer, former athletic trainer, and a mobility specialist. In her downtime, when she has some.
Okay, where does that show up?
She enjoys spending time with her husband, family, and managing her incredibly gorgeous large dogs, Dakota and Coco. Welcome, Heather.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy to be here.
Wow, you are not at all an overachiever is what we've just learned in this. I first want to thank you for making me feel bad about not going to the gym in a while, and I believe I will head there later today just out of pure guilt.
Oh, perfect.
So
That's my job here.
Done. Your job is done. Thank you. Have a good day. No, I'm just teasing. But obviously, as we heard, you're very well versed in obviously physical health, but also you're very well versed in mental health as well. One thing, and I think this is kind of where we're going to get our conversation going today, is because we see mental health in the forefront of things going on.
Yes.
As a lot of our companies during COVID, obviously, they went and had a work from home environment, or they have now a hybrid environment. How has that really affected the way we go to work? And what does Beaumont Health see as the biggest concerns when it deals with this pertaining to health and mental health?
Well, at the health club, we've really seen, we're still down in our memberships with people feeling comfortable to come back. But, our population at Beaumont Health is a little bit older. So we have had quite a few come back. But what I have seen in the health club arena is that people are using the clubs about 70% more than they were pre-pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And, people have become much more aware, I think, of their health, their wellness, not just physically, but mentally as well. The stress reduction and making sure to take time for themselves during the day, and getting those breaks with the family. I think when we all had to slow down, that we really realized that the push of society is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And we're all, me included, very tired.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like from your bio. I'm straight saying I don't think so with your black belts and everything else that you have, but.
Well, my husband's my teacher, so,
okay. Well, there
pray
you go.
for me.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we've talked about is we are coming out of the pandemic. However you look at it, we are coming out of it. As we continue to, what can you tell business owners to do to help their employees cope with that new normal that we're all talking about these days?
Yeah, there's a lot of air quotes going on with this pandemic. So,
I think a lot of bosses have really embraced a little bit more flexibility with being able to have, especially moms, because if they have kids that were at home and they were, working virtually, that the parents needed to be home as well to manage that. And the amount of drive time and, I live 45 minutes from where I work. So being able to work from home is a blessing because, gas is, a little crazy right now, but also, making health incentives, doing health and wellness programs, stress reduction programs, physical fitness. So we've also seen with the pandemic that if you have some comorbidities that are within your power to control, that's very important to stay healthy. So if you do get the plague, you're, I don't know if I can say that online.
It's fine, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're much more likely to be able to manage it and, come out the other side.
Well, and physical health and mental health definitely correlate. And as you're seeing people come into Beaumont Health Club, are you seeing a higher stress level as well?
Absolutely. So I'm a certified life coach through Whole Life Healing Center. So we deal with a lot of trauma and stress. And
Yeah.
so a lot of my moms are incredibly stressed that I see people that have been watching a lot of television and we've all been sequestered and kind of quarantined, and the fear is rampant, and they've taken that fear. And for me, one of my sayings that I tell a lot of my clients is that you have to have a measure of being careful and monitoring the situation, but also you have to live your life.
Yeah.
You have to live your life, and living in fear is just eating away at that quality of life. Go out, be careful, do what you want to do, but live your life.
Yeah.
What's a quick tip that you could tell a mom out there right now that she could use to help deal with some of the anxieties children are dealing with right now watching that television?
Yeah.
Reach out for help. There's a lot of support systems out there. There's a lot of coaches in our healing center. We have multiple different kinds of coaches, whether it's for women with menopause or children with disabilities, or we all have a little bit different niche. I'm a confidence coach because of my martial arts background, and I also do home decluttering, but that wasn't on the thing.
Again, there's more she does. Huh.
Well, that is, cleaning out your space. You clean out
Yeah.
your life and energy and all that kind of stuff. But reaching out for some support, whether it be taking time to go out with your girlfriends and just having that vent session, or reaching out to a coach and being at home and sometimes being in a space with our loved ones has brought up a lot of stressors that we might have suppressed, because we could go
She
out.
was laughing.
We could go out and we could, I call it numbing. We could watch Netflix, or we could, leave the home and go to the gym. And, when you're stuck in a situation, maybe dealing with kids all day, dealing with spouses all day, work stress, fear of the unknown in the world, it brought a lot of things up. So when I teach yoga releases stress and trauma from your tissues, and it helps to get it out of the body. Because as women, we're moms, we're wives, we're business owners, we're working. And so we're like, well, this is stressful, but I'll just deal with it later, and I'll just push it down.
Yeah.
And where does that go? It goes into our tissue. Our fascial tissue holds stress and trauma. So when we do yoga, we tend to release that. We bring it up, and we can feel it. Sometimes when you do some different types of poses, and making sure that you have somebody to talk to say, okay, I was feeling this and I need to release it. How can I do that? Processing things that have happened to us when we were young. And
Yeah.
so I'm all over the place today.
No,
but,
well,
that's
there's a lot
fascinating.
there.
Well, I was going to say, that brings us to a really good time to take a break, since my body is already feeling stressed out from this conversation. No, I'm just teasing. Let's take a quick moment and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll see you soon.
There are many things you can rely on in this world, like a sunny day brightening your mood, your mom baking the world's best apple pie, and never a dull moment in running your business. And when it comes to time-consuming HR tasks, you can rely on Trion. Trion can handle payroll and taxes, employee benefits, and more, so you can stay focused on attracting and retaining the best talent. With Trion, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTrion.com.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Tri Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Heather, Fitness Program Coordinator with Beaumont Health Club. Heather, over the last few years, what are some of the biggest lifestyle changes that you have seen, and how have they affected overall mental health?
Well, I know that a lot of people, when we were first quarantined, they would go out and they would walk. They would take 4 or 5 walks a day. Their dogs were getting exercise. They were getting out in nature. And a lot of times, for me and my husband, we work a lot, and it's very difficult to find time to get out on the trail and take a walk or a bike ride. So I think that really slowed everything down and was really, really good for people's mental health, just to get out into nature, to ground a little bit, and also to reconnect with those that you love. When you move through life so fast, like my husband and I do, obviously we're like ships passing in the night sometimes. We just high five as we're walking down the hallway. It was actually really, really nice to slow down. And I think that a lot of the people that I've talked to, clients, they've that was one of the positive things about the pandemic is
Yeah.
we really recognized how much we weren't connecting. And I remember the first time going out to a gathering after things kind of got lifted, and everybody was so incredibly joyous
Oh, yeah.
and overwhelmed, and we were almost giddy because we're like, people, I miss people. It was just a reminder, I think,
Yeah.
about how important it is to connect.
Well, when you bring that up, it was funny. I remember right when COVID hit, they were not allowing you couldn't leave your house, but you could go for walks. So when you say that, I actually live right behind a trail. So I would go on the trail, and I realized, though, my energy level was a little scary because I was so happy to see people that I would do the almost attack them, like, "Hi, how are you?" And they'd be like, "I'm masked and I'm keeping away from you." But it was funny because you saw a weird sense of sometimes people live in condos or homes and it's not a community per se. I kind of felt in a weird way, we started talking more to our neighbors and we would have that kind of camaraderie ship and a smile. And then
We're
it
all in this
evoked and then
together.
we got all angry later on again. But it was nice for that one moment to see a little bit more of the community and activity going out.
Yeah, and I know the world is incredibly divided now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think getting back to the base layer of just loving people and accepting people, and don't worry about all that other stuff that sometimes gets in the way, I think, and clouds judgment and clouds vision. And we're just humans, and we're all trying to survive, and we're all trying to get through this world, and just doing the best we can.
Paint the good perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's also been a wake up call to remind people that they're not taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
And I had quite a few clients that were overwhelmed with what to do.
Yeah.
So making sure that you reach out and you get some help. And, I think the stigma of therapy and the stigma of coaching, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, I am a coach, is a lot less nowadays.
Yeah.
People feel much more comfortable because half my clients are men, and they're very comfortable with coming and saying, hey, I need a little guidance, I need a little support, whether it's I'm going through a job change and I'm stressed, or, my girlfriend is heinous and
She's always around.
getting divorced, and how do I manage co-parenting, or, a lot of, sometimes it's just physical fitness and nutrition. We sat on the couch and we ate Oreos and drank Bloody Marys for breakfast. I mean, I don't know if I can say that either, but
That's good on occasion, just not as a normal breakfast.
right.
Okay.
We all got a little off track, I think, because we would use food as a tool to manage stress, and that isn't it's not a healthy tool. It's a numbing tool. And so coming out and changing those habits and patterns that we've created to get back into feeding our body, with nutrition.
The right way.
Yeah.
Well, and then we all go back to, there are a few good things that came out of the pandemic. And I think self-help now and taking care of ourselves is definitely in the forefront of that.
Absolutely.
Tara,
Yeah.
hey, did you know, or did you know it's a time for our favorite segment? Did you know?
Did I know? I know now for sure. What are we going to learn about today, Sheila?
Did you know that you have the ability to become a monthly sponsor with the Chamber and be featured for an entire month in a newsletter and even host your own morning jam or coffee news or networking?
Ooh.
And as of today, as of right now, we still have the months of July and December still available to take part in this really unique opportunity. It's low cost. It gets you visibility in front of 3,000 eyes and 625 members.
Woohoo! That was a lot. I'm really excited about these monthly sponsorships. And like Sheila said, we have these available from July to December. So if you are interested in any specific month, please feel free to reach out. And now you know, too. I love it. Thanks, Sheila. I love always goofing off in that segment. It's way more fun. It's like we're learning, but with joy. It's just really fun. So as we were just talking about stress, we're kind of surrounded with stress. It's funny. I noticed myself slouching and I'm sure you actually probably already noticed it, which is funny because I feel like you can just see. You have like a weird sixth sense about you, which is great. But you could see the tension that builds up in our lives. How do people help alleviate these stresses in their lives, whether they're at home, or is there any like fun kind of techniques or things people can do from their own home or workplace?
Oh, absolutely. Breath work is one of my favorite things to teach people, and movement, in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a runner. I I'm a fighter, not a runner.
Run if you're chased. There you go.
I'll fight it.
Yeah.
I run like Phoebe from Friends. So
I do too. Yeah.
it doesn't end well. So breathwork is one of my girlfriends, an ingenious little silly trick, but she takes her watch and she sets a timer 3 times a day. And every time the timer goes off, she stops whatever she's doing and she takes 3 full deep breaths, relaxes her shoulders, softens her face, unsticks the tongue from the top of the mouth.
She's judging me.
I am not. But it's just a physical reminder to, we get here and we get here. And, we tend to sit. We text and we type and we drive and we do all of these things here. So sitting with a little bit of a heart opening and leaning back in the bed and
As
stretching.
we all do this as she's saying it.
But just noticing your breath, bringing your awareness to your breath. Anxiety and worry is usually created by stress about the future or the past. So when we're sitting in the moment, we can feel the table. We can feel the temperature of the air on our skin. We can feel the breath as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose. We can settle down and soften a little bit. Just random times throughout the day. And sometimes just a little reminder on your phone. Sometimes it's like, one more thing I got to do. Yeah. But
we think it's an alarm telling us we missed an appointment.
Right.
The issue. So
stress.
we've got to.
Yeah, we need that breath now. But, in going to a yoga class, if you've never done a yoga class, some people are like, I can't do a yoga class. I'm like, you'd be surprised. And sometimes the people that don't want to be there the most are the ones that need it the most. But then there again, my yoga teacher over at Red Lotus used to say, you got to get on your mat and you got to deal with your stuff. Stuff.
Air quote.
And it's very true. You sit down and you don't have anybody that needs anything from you. You're not making dinner. You're not paying the bills. You're not handling the husband. You're not doing any of this stuff.
I'm so joining yoga.
It's time for you. And I think also as moms and women, we don't create enough time for ourselves. We give until we're empty. And then we get mad, then we get angry and bitter and resentful. And then we have a bunch of other stuff that comes up. So going to a yoga class and just sitting there, and even if you don't do any of the poses, you just lay in Shavasana for an hour. That is your time. And you're choosing to take your time and own it, and you're worthwhile for it. So, when it comes to mental stress, finding somebody to talk to, moving your body, finding time to breathe and play. We don't play as
enough.
humans.
Yeah.
Join martial arts because, punching people is therapeutic too. Yeah. I probably shouldn't say that either.
I like that we all whispered, it's fun. Yeah.
Heather, thank you. Thank you for all those tips. If you could leave our members with if you could tell us a little bit more about Beaumont Health Club and some of the things that our members could take advantage of there, that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, Beaumont Health Club is literally the best job I have ever had.
I love it.
It is such a community there. And, I've owned my own gym over the years. I've done many different types of jobs. And the management team there is incredible. Nathan and Judy and Deb are, we call ourselves the dream team because we just work really well together. But everybody does everything. I mean, you see Nathan, he's a general manager. He's down there washing towels. He's down there talking to people. The amenities there, there's a pool, there's a therapy pool. We have PTs and OTs that we collaborate with to make sure that if you're in physical therapy, that you're getting the care you need and not just jumping right into a fitness routine. The people that we hire, my team, I'm in charge of the personal trainers and the mobility therapists there. We all have degrees. We have extra education to make sure that we keep you safe and we're getting you back on track to getting to those goals that you finally are coming to fruition after maybe years and years of thought. They're going, okay, now I need to get in shape because my health is detrimental. Like I need to take these steps. But if you don't know where to go or how to start, it's not packed. It's very safe. It's the cleanest place I've ever been.
That says a lot for a gym. That's great.
It's incredibly clean.
I would assume with the health system.
It does. Yes.
Sense.
We are a medical-based facility, so we are very cognizant of making sure that everything that you need is taken care of. And, everybody, it's like Cheers. Everybody knows everybody's name. And it's just, I'm very happy there. And I think it's a hidden gem. So come see us, but don't come see us.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the positive way. Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I'm glad we were able to shine a spotlight on that today and appreciate you coming here to do that with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blessing.
Perfect. And thank you so much. Is there any last thing you'd like to add at all? Or
If there's anything I can ever do to help anybody out there with any of my skills, come see me at Beaumont. You can find me on the website, or you can reach out and to you guys, and we're here to help.
And if anything, if all else fails, we're going to go and do some punching later, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, not each other, though. I like you.
You can.
Oh,
You
okay,
can.
cool.
It's fine.
Yay.
They do
I mean,
to
that
me
sounded
often.
weird. No, I don't want to do that.
I want to play with her puppies.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry to those at home, giant fluff balls of joy. They are so cute. And as we know, a little bit of a menace. So there you go. That goes back to stress. And we're full looped. All right, everybody. That's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. Special thanks to our guest, Heather, with Beaumont Health Club.
Thank you.
And again, thank you to our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. For more information on upcoming events or how to join the Chamber, go to troychamber.com. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.